Los verbos regulares AR, ER, E y R. Regular AR, ER and IR verbs in Spanish. Vivir, comer, amar, leer, hablar. What is a verb? A verb is a word that expresses an action. Example: to speak, to eat, to sleep. Regular and irregular verbs. The verbs are divided into categories: regular and irregular. The regular ones are the verbs whose base remains intact when they are conjugated, and their endings are AR, ER, and IR. Example: caminar, beber, escribir. The irregular ones are verbs whose base doesn't remain intact when they are conjugated, and they don't follow the AR, ER, and IR conjugation rules. What does conjugation mean? Conjugation is the change that we have to do to the verbs when we talk about different people or subjects. Example: to dance, verb not conjugated. She dances, verb to dance conjugated with the pronoun she. We dance, verb to dance conjugated with the pronoun we. How does conjugation work in Spanish? The regular verbs in Spanish are divided in three groups: AR, ER, and IR endings. Example: estudiar. It belongs to the AR verbs because of its ending. Comer. The ending is ER. It belongs to the ER verbs. Escribir. The ending is IR. It belongs to the IR verbs. As you can notice, the endings AR, ER, and IR identify the group where the verb belongs. The endings also identify the verb conjugation to which the verb belongs and the specific changes that we have to make in order to conjugate the verbs. Example: cantar. This verb belongs to the AR group. Yo canto. I sing. Tú cantas. You sing. Él canta. He sings. When we conjugate this verb, specific endings have to be added. We are able to identify them because we know to which group this verb belongs, thanks to its ending. Steps to conjugate regular verbs in Spanish. 1. Identify the ending of the verbs and classify them in a specific group. Caminar, AR verb. Leer, ER verb. Vivir, IR verb. 2. Remove the endings AR, ER, and IR from the verbs to get the verb base. Caminar, verb base, camin. Comer, verb base, com. Vivir, verb base, beef. 3. After getting the verb base, add the new endings taking into account the pronoun. Caminar, it means to walk. It belongs to the AR verbs. Let's remove the ending AR to get the verb base. Now let's check the endings. Yo, o, tú, has, él, ha, ella, ha, usted, ha, vosotros, has, vosotras, hais, nosotros, hamos, nosotras, hamos, ellos, han, ellas, and ustedes, han. After getting the new endings, we can combine the verb base plus the ending to get the conjugation. Let's check it. Yo camino. I walk. Tú caminas. You walk informal. Él camina. He walks. Ella camina. She walks. Usted camina. You walk formal. Vosotros camináis. You all walk masculine informal. Vosotras camináis. You all walk feminine informal. Nosotros caminamos. We walk masculine. Nosotras caminamos. We walk feminine. Ellos caminan. They walk masculine. Ellas caminan. They walk feminine. Ustedes caminan. You all walk formal. Follow the same steps to conjugate the ER verbs. Comer. It means to eat. It belongs to the ER verbs. Remove the ending ER to get the verb base. Then add the new endings. Yo, o, tú, es, él, e, ella, e, usted, e, vosotros, eis, vosotras, eis, nosotros, hemos, nosotras, hemos, ellos, en, ellas, en, ustedes, en. Now let's check the verb base plus the ending to get the conjugation. Yo como. I eat. Tú comes. You eat informal. Él come. He eats. Ella come. She eats. Usted come. You eat formal. Vosotros coméis. You all eat masculine informal. Vosotras coméis. You all eat feminine informal. Nosotros comemos. We eat masculine. Nosotras comemos. We eat feminine. Ellos comen. They eat masculine. Ellas comen. They eat feminine. Ustedes comen. You all eat formal. Check how the endings change with the ER verbs. Follow the same steps to conjugate the IR verbs. Vivir. It means to live. It belongs to the IR verbs. Let's remove the ending IR. Now we have the verb base. Let's check the new ending. Yo, o, tú, es, él, e, ella, e, usted, e, vosotros, is, vosotras, is, nosotros, imos, nosotras, imos, ellos, en, ellas, en, ustedes, en. Now let's check the verb base plus the ending to get the conjugation. Yo vivo, I live. Tú vives, you live informal. Él vive, he lives. Ella vive, she lives. Usted vive, you live formal. Vosotros vivís, you all live masculine informal. Vosotras vivís, you all live feminine informal. Nosotros vivimos, we live masculine. Nosotras vivimos, we live feminine. Ellos viven, they live masculine. Ellas viven, they live feminine. Ustedes viven, you all live. Check how the endings change with the IR verbs.